Welcome to this sunset yoga practice from the beautiful city of Florence. Start in an all fours position, hips over knees in line with ankles, shoulders over elbows in line with wrists. Inhale and extend the spine as you look up. Exhale, flex the spine as you look towards your belly button. Find the flow of your own breath as you inhale and exhale. Imagine that you can move every vertebra in your spine all the way from the tailbone to the top of your neck. Breathing deeply. Take this opportunity to feel into your body, enjoying every movement. Then we're going to inhale the right arm forward and exhale, thread the needle. Bring the shoulder to the floor, arm is outstretched. Keep the hips stacked over the knees. You'll feel a gentle twist in the spine as you do this. Breathing and finding some peace. As you inhale, reaching that right arm forward, place the hand on the floor and inhale the left arm, threading the needle, resting the shoulder, resting the head, keeping the hips stacked over the knees, and breathing, allowing the breath to move gently in and out of the lungs. Then inhale, bring that left arm up and resting both hands, turning out the toes, sending the hips towards the sky, and walk your dog. Now, very important here that you lengthen your spine. It's not so important to get the heels to the floor. Make sure that the neck is loose. Don't be holding tension. And find a little stillness in your dog, keeping that connection to your breath. Each inhalation, allowing yourself to relax a little deeper into this downward facing dog. Then bending the knees and walking the feet forward with baby steps onto the land between the hands. We're going for a little ragdoll here, so grab opposite elbows and try to allow the rib cage to be heavy, let the neck be loose. Change the grip on the hands. You can just sway a little from side to side. Release the hands, press through the midfoot, and uncurl your spine one vertebra at a time. Roll the shoulders when you're standing up, and then reset your Tadasana in preparation for the first of our sun salutations. Inhale the arms up, exhale, pivot from the waist. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands flat and step back right leg and left leg. Drop the knees and take your chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog, open the chest. Exhale for downward facing dog. Your feet should be hip distance apart. Your hands should be shoulder distance apart. Focus on lengthening the spine in this position. Don't worry too much about straightening the legs. If the spine is straight, it's okay to have a little bend in the knees. The heels don't have to reach the ground. Find your breath. And then bending the knees, you're going to step forward, right leg and then left. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding over, and then inhaling all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. We go again. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, pivot from the waist. Inhale, lengthen your spine as you gaze forward. Exhale, place the heel of the hand down, step back, left leg, right leg. Come to a chaturanga. You can have the knees down if you need to. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. So find your downward facing dog. Keep the connection to your breath. This is a pose that requires stillness. So try to find peace in your downward facing dog on this beautiful evening. Notice your breath. Then gazing forward, you're going to step forward, left leg and then right. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, pivot from the hips. Come all the way up, gaze towards your thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. We're going to take a big step back with the right leg. We're going for a warrior one. Point the hips forward and bend the knee. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, relax into the position, gazing towards the thumbs if you can do so. Try to keep sending that right hip forward. So keep encouraging the hips to come straight into one line. Press on the outside edge of your back foot. And then coming up out of this position, we're going to turn straight to take the warrior one on the opposite side, sending the hips forward and bending that front knee. Finding your balance. Keep sending the left hip forward. You want to try to bring the two hips into one line so that they're in line with the short edge of your mat. Then we're going to come to the warrior two position. So take a slightly longer stance and reach the arms out. Allow yourself to keep the shoulders over the hips, reaching the arms in both directions and sitting a little deeper if you can into this warrior two position. Then changing, we're going to do a little Parsarita Padottanasana. Bring your hands to your hips, square out your feet. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pivot from the waist. Lengthening your spine and then folding forward. So try to straighten the legs in this position. Make sure that the knees don't fall in. Engage your quads, the muscles on the upper front part of your leg. Keep breathing and keep trying to lengthen the spine. Inhale, lengthen your spine, release your hands to your waist, press into the feet. Coming up, we're going to go for the warrior two on the opposite side. So taking a slightly larger stance, reaching the arms out and breathing. So with each inhalation, try to reach the arms a little further away from each other. With each exhalation, try to sit a little deeper. The hips are open in this position, so imagine as though you're trying to do a middle split. And bring the feet back in line with each other, about one leg distance apart, hands on the waist. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, pivot from the waist. And this time we keep the hands on the waist. So try to lengthen the spine in this position. Keep the legs straight, pull up on the kneecaps, turn the sitting bones up towards the sky, and breathe. Then inhale, pivoting again to come all the way up and step forward, finding Samastitihi. We inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, stepping back into Chaturanga. Drop the knees if you need to. Then inhale for upward facing dog. Open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come to the back of the mat and gaze forward. We're going to take the legs forward and come to a seated position. You can remove the flesh from underneath your sitting bones, lengthen your spine, and allow yourself to fold forward. Now, it's more important that we have a long spine here. We want to stretch the hamstrings. In order to do this, we need to make sure we're not tucking the pelvis. So try to engage the quads. It's okay to have a little bend if you're not able to straighten the legs. And then we're going to inhale to come up, Marichasana A. We're going to flex that right leg all the way in, reach the arm up, reach as far forward as you can, and then rotate the arm and reach around, try to take a grip behind you. Lengthen your spine, Keep that front foot flexed, that outstretched leg remains active. Find your breath. Then we're going to inhale, release that leg forward. We're going to take the opposite leg, so bend the knee, take it all the way in, reach the arm forward as far as you can, rotate the shoulder, and then reach around to get your bind. Flex the foot on the outstretched leg. Keep that leg active. With each inhale, lengthen the spine. With each exhale, try to fold forward a little deeper. Keep that connection to your breath. And then inhaling, releasing the arms. We're going to come to laying on our backs. So bend your knees and just feel your heels going for a little back bend. Lift the hips up, bring the shoulders a little further underneath your back, and then grab your hands, press the hands to the floor. With each inhalation, try to bring the rib cage closer to the chin. With each exhalation, try to keep it there. Make sure your knees don't fall in towards each other, so they should be above the ankles. We're going to release. Take the knees together, one hand on your stomach, one hand on your chest, and relax. Then we're going to go again, so the second round, feeling your heels to make sure that your heels are stacked under your knees, reaching the hands under the back and lifting up the hips. Keep pressing the hips as high as you can. Try to press your fists into the floor. Try to inhale your ribcage closer to your chin. Very active pose. Keep the connection to your breath. Then releasing, again, take the feet mat distance, the knees together, hand on stomach and chest, and relax. And we're going to go for a twist. So you're going to shift the right knee to the left side. And find some comfort in this position. Your twists should be a relaxation and a let go. Just make sure that both shoulders remain on the mat during the entire twist. Coming back to the center, bring the hips back in line with the shoulder. Just hug the knees for a moment, then release the right leg out straight, shift the hips to the left, bring the leg to the right. Keep the shoulders on the ground, find some relaxation, and breathe. Kicking everything back to the center. Just give your knees a little hug into your chest and release the legs out in front of you for a shoulder stand. So lifting the hips, take the feet to touch the floor behind you, walk the elbows a little closer together, and then lifting the legs. You can lift them one at a time, finding your version of this shoulder stand. And then coming to Halasana, releasing the toes to the floor, grab the hands, straighten the arms, try to bring the hips so that they're over the shoulders, and then lower everything down. Coming to a seated position, cross legs, bring your hands to your heart center, and thank yourself for this opportunity to practice.